5 months. That is all it took to change my life. Not because I was talented. Not because I went to an expensive academy. Not because I was confident. But because one day, I got tired of feeling small. Let me take you back to where it started. I still remember that moment clearly. I was sitting quietly while people around me were speaking English. I understood some words, but I could not speak. My heart wanted to say something, but my mouth stayed silent. I felt invisible. I felt less confident. I felt stuck. That day I promised myself something. I said I will not stay silent forever. I will learn English, no matter how hard it feels. This is not a story of perfection. This is a story of consistency. In the beginning, I was scared. Scared of mistakes. Scared of being laughed at. Scared of sounding stupid. But then I realized something very important. Everyone who speaks English today was once a beginner. No one is born fluent. The first thing I did was change my mindset. I stopped saying English is difficult. I started saying English is learnable. Your brain believes what you tell it repeatedly. Then I made a simple rule for myself. English every day. No excuses. I did not study for long hours. I studied with focus. I started listening more. I listened to English videos, English speeches, English stories. At first, I did not understand everything, and that was okay. I trained my ears before training my tongue. Then I started speaking. Yes, speaking. Even when I was wrong. I spoke in front of the mirror. I spoke to myself. I spoke with mistakes. I told myself one powerful sentence. Fluency comes after mistakes, not before. I learned new words daily. Not hundreds, just a few. But I used them. I made sentences. I repeated them. Learning without using is forgetting. Another thing that helped me a lot was thinking in English. I stopped translating in my head. When I saw something, I named it in English. When I felt something, I described it in English. Slowly, my brain adapted. I also stopped waiting for confidence. Confidence is not the beginning. It is the result. The more I spoke, the more confident I became. I watched English content daily, not with pressure, but with curiosity. I listened to pronunciation. I copied tone. I repeated sentences aloud. This changed my accent and clarity. Let me be honest with you. There were days I felt frustrated. Days I felt slow. Days I wanted to quit. But I reminded myself why I started. I wanted freedom, confidence, respect. Every day I improved a little. And little improvement every day creates big change. After 1 month, I noticed something. I was understanding more. After 3 months, I could speak without fear. Not perfect, but clear. After 5 months, I realized something beautiful. I was no longer afraid of English. And that was my biggest victory. English did not change my language only. It changed my personality. I became more confident, more expressive, more open. If you are watching this and thinking you cannot learn English, let me tell you something honestly. If I can do it, you can do it. You do not need talent. You need consistency. You do not need perfect grammar. You need courage. You do not need to be fluent today. You need to start today. Make English part of your daily life. Listen daily. Speak daily. Make mistakes daily. That is how learning happens. Stop waiting for the right time. Stop waiting for confidence. Stop waiting for perfection. Start with what you have. Start where you are. 5 months can change your life, but only if you decide not to quit. Before this video ends, I want to ask you something. Where will you be 5 months from now if you start today? And where will you be if you do nothing? The choice is yours. Believe in yourself. Trust the process. And never underestimate the power of daily effort. Your English journey starts now.